introduce the topic and
welcome. Today's health message is on neck pain and how we can remedy that. And during this time of symptoms of the virus being announced all the time every day, we recognize that there is also an element of pain when you have a fever. So the neck pain can also be caused when you've had an accident, or you've slept wrong, or you have a bacterial infection. There are many causes for neck pain, but what I want to show is some therapy for making you feel better. Also, I want Jenny to show how to do the masks in the marketplace when you go and get food. It would be good to protect yourself and others by just wearing a simple mask. President Trump was asking, if you want to do something, you should help the shortage of masks by making some masks. And Jenny's going to detail that some more for us. Are you ready, Jenny?
almost.
We can cut down on the spread of virus in many ways, from washing hands and social distancing, staying home like they're requesting, and using common sense in cleanliness. When you buy fruits and vegetables, it would be good to wash them in hot water and remove the packaging so that you have less chance of the virus entering your home. Anytime you get the normal cold, cough, you don't know really if it might lead up to you actually having the virus. So to protect the other people in the home, it would be good to wear a mask. The first responders, they need masks. And as we look at what Jenny has to present, we get some inspiration. She's been working a lot on what Joanne Fabrics gave to her and what she purchased also with her own money. Come on, Jenny, let's see it.
All right. So, I am by no means a professional seamstress. My mom has taught me a few things when I was 4. She got me started on making simple things, and but this, I'm saying that because this recipe, this pattern for mask is so simple that anybody can do it, even I can do it. So this is what it looks like when it's done. It has a simple pleating, and it has a pocket in it so that you can put a filter in there. There's carbon filters, charcoal filters. Some people are even using the bags for the vacuum. They're cutting it and putting it in. I just got these on Amazon. I'm going to try them. They're charcoal filters for kitchen compost. And so what I plan on doing is taking this and cutting it to shape to fit in there, and it will fit inside of the pocket here, and it will give it a little bit more of a filter for protection. This is not like the N95 mask, but it's better than nothing. There's been studies showing, like, you look at Singapore and Korea, South Korea, their peak, I mean, they pretty much have a steady, anyway, we talk about, you know, the curves, bending the curve or whatever, but if you look at them, they don't even have that spike like we do, because they've been mandating everyone use a mask when they go to market or whatever. So use a mask. Anyway, so this this pattern is really simple. The dimensions on it, you just cut 2 pieces that are about 7.5 or 6.5 by 9 or 10. They don't have to be a certain dimension, just so it's like could fit your face, and it doesn't. I mean, you're gauging it to your face. I have a very small face, almost a pediatric size, so I do a little smaller. But if you have like a big man, like my father, he's 6'3", so he has a very larger structure. He would need a larger mask. So I have made some bigger ones for that. So what we do is we just put the pattern inside, sew around the edges like you would a pillowcase, and if you can make the crease of the fabric there, that's fun and makes it a lot faster. But you just make it about 1/4 as you go. You're stitching 1/4. And you just keep going around the edge. And then you turn it out like you would a pencil or a pillowcase. And then I just double it like that, so it's not so much bulk there at the top, because we want to get a good seal when we're putting in the filter there. We don't want any air to be able to come through. So I just double it about 1/4 and then go around. And if it might make it easier to pin it, but I didn't have enough pins.
Do you have pipe cleaner?
That comes a lot next. Now to make the nose piece, I'm going to put in a pipe cleaner, and this is really easy to get. There are the dollar store I checked last Wednesday still had a whole bunch of them. Most dollar stores have about 50 for $1. So you're going to measure your mats. Now some of them you'll only want it a little bit in the middle, but I like to have it all the way just to make more of a seal around your face. Let's see, where did I put my scissors? Here they are. So depending on the size of your face, you won't be able to measure this ahead of time. You have to measure once you've got it there. And then because there's a wire in there, you're going to have to put it on zigzag stitch on your machine so that it goes on either side of the wire. and away enough from the seam so that you can double this over afterward to get a good seal. And it's a little tricky because this is a bendy thing. So you have to just try to keep it about a quarter or a little more from the seam. And if you get it onto the metal, it can break your thread. So now comes the part that is a little bit tricky. We do our pleating next. Okay, so this part folds down. Some people are really picky about which way the pleats are. Some of them want them down. Some of them don't care. So Joanne's pattern had it to go up. So you just pin it as you go on both sides. They have a very sophisticated way of doing the pleating, but this way works. And I'm not that sophisticated in my sewing, so this is the way I do it. You want your pipe cleaner to be right at the top so that it can get a good seal around your nose. And then I just kind of fold it to get two pleats in there. Sometimes it's 3 pleats if you have a bigger fabric and a bigger mouth. I have a very small mouth.
Do you want to tell us what the reason is for not wearing contacts right now?
Yeah, some of you have never seen me wear my glasses. I'm very farsighted. But a lot of contact wearers touch their eyes a lot. And so it's recommended, since it's transmitted through touch, and to decrease the amount you're touching your face and your eyes. And so I have decided not to wear my contacts. It's actually recommended that you don't wear your contacts during this pandemic. So yes, I'm very farsighted. Okay. So if you see there in the pleating, it's just so that they're all not overlapping, because you want it nice and tight and flush so that it can go tight up on your face. And on this one, I like to do zigzag just because it seems to hold it better, but it probably doesn't matter. And you just do the same side, same thing on the other side. And so you're basically done. All you need to do is your what do you call them?
Elastic.
Ear elastics. So they are completely out of elastic at Joann Fabrics. So I went to the dollar store and I found these hair ties. And depending on how big your face is, you're going to need to measure where you want your mask. Now, I need about half of this for my small face. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this in half. So now I'm going to go to the back of this and I'm going to just go over and over and over on it with the zigzag stitch to make sure it's secure. And you could do this part by hand if you wanted to. And then you just keep doing that on the other side too. You do the same thing on the other side. So now you're done. Now you can insert any kind of filter you want in there. And there you go.
Thank you, Jenny. You want to put that on again?
I still have to cut all the strings. So you can see this part bends nicely.
Thank you.
I made it a little bit tight, but the cloth they're using is 100% cotton, and flannel is a recommendation. But that's it. Really easy. Keep you safe and your family safe. And your first responders.
So we're going to remove the sewing machine.
So I'm gonna position this, and you can keep talking while I move the stuff out of the picture. Never mind.
So Jenny's going to be our patient. She's going to get on the table now. And in the microwave, we have a hot pack for her neck.
I'm gonna put this in here.
We're putting in the neck rest, but that'll make it harder.
You don't think?
I think we could just do it without it.
Okay, let's do that.
And reach in the microwave for the hot pack.
Okay. Let's see, make sure this is tipped down so they can see what's happening.
I need to get up close enough so we can see.
Yeah, but okay. All right, that should be. Let's see here. There. Now we got your face and there. Okay, now I gotta tip it up. No, maybe that's okay. You can see your head still. All right.
Okay, now this is, lift up your head a little bit. This is getting her shoulders, getting her warm, and loosening up her muscles so that I can work her neck muscles easier. And she's going to do all the work. She doesn't know it. She thinks I'm going to do all the work. But this is part of the therapy, is to do counter strain against the pressure I'm doing. This is for neck pain and strain. So I'm taking her as far as I meet resistance. Then I ask her to push against my hand. Push. She's very strong. And I'm going to go a little farther.
You're gonna wait till hot pack's on.
And the hot pack is on there 10 minutes before I get started, but I'm not going to make you wait 10 minutes. So push against my hand. Okay, now I'm going to go to the other way. She's quite flexible, not a stiff neck. Okay, push harder, push harder. Okay, now I'm going to turn her head a little, and she's going to try to put her head back straight up. She's doing good at that. Okay, now I'm going the other way. She's going to try to push her head up, straight up. Okay, now I'm feeling her neck, and she's getting that nice warmth to her neck. It was 10 minutes before that she had all the shoulders, all the muscles that come through here already treated with a lot of heat. Now I'm going to take her head up, but she's lifting. She's not supposed to do any work now. Okay, just relax. I'm going to take her up, and she's going to feel this all the way down her spine. Now I'm going to put my elbows here so I don't get pushed over. Now push down, Jenny. Okay, that's good. Okay, relax. Now I'm going to take her up a little farther. Okay, push down. Good. And there's some popping going on in her back. You can feel a change. Now I'm going up a little farther. Okay, push down. Good. Now I'm going to bring her head down. And I'm going to turn her again. Okay, straighten up. Good. There's more flexibility. Now I'm going to take her this way. Straighten up. Good. Now I'm going to take her over to her shoulder. Okay, now push this way. Good. There's more flexibility still. Oh, very nice. Okay, push towards me. That's good. Now again, I'm going to go up. push back. Good. Up a little more. Push back. That's good. Now I'm just going to take my hands and move them gently, not tight. I don't decrease any circulation with my fingers. I'm just moving the muscle and then moving down her spine a little and just moving them with my fingers, moving the muscles. As I'm moving the muscles, I can feel that the tightness is going away. And also, you can work on the sinuses with this kind of a motion in massage. You can also put some hot pack there, not covering the nose, but it feels good. And in that therapy, there are many sinus pockets here that are getting the blessing. There's a motion like this you can do. That's a circular. If they're all congested, you can do this. That will also make the neck muscles relax as the pain in the sinuses diminishes. Now, I'm going to make you 2 inches taller. This is a very relaxing technique where you take gently, you cradle the head in your hand and you move gently, just put on some traction towards yourself like this. And you don't want to occlude their airway, so you're real gentle about it. You just take to the chin, but most of the weight is on your left hand underneath. And you ask them to take a deep breath in and let it out slowly. And when it's out slowly, you pull gently, and now they're 2 inches taller. Actually, you're separating the facets on the spinal column and giving them some relief and relaxation of the muscles. Then you massage again a little more and check for flexibility. Very good. Just perfect. And you go up this way and see if that, very good. There we have it. She doesn't want the treatment to be over.
I could just sleep here now.
She wants to just sleep. It's a wonderful therapy for anyone that's running a fever. If they have a fever, you want to do the charcoal packs, a little washcloth that you cut into 4, and you take quarters of it, get it wet, put it out flat, then put charcoal on it, roll it up and put it in the armpits and the groin. As you're doing the treatment, you're also diminishing the fever. So our health message for today on neck pain and therapy is finished, and the discussion of the masks. There are other patterns of masks, more complicated, that we have received and are trying to do. There are some that are putting an interfacing inside to help filter, as well as the charcoal filters Jenny mentioned.
How are you supposed to get up after this treatment?
You roll to the side, push with your elbow, and sit up that way. Thank you for joining us.
Are you done? We are done. We are done.
We'll see you again next week.
If you have any comments or
You can
questions, you
ask.
can message.
Yeah.